Yeah, because they both could then go Death Stance. Yeah, they could both then go Death Stance and Death Stance. You know, it's funny. I see a lot of people whining about Death Stance being overpowered, and I really don't get it. Of all items to complain about for bruisers, I've never thought Death Stance was really that big a deal. Healing in general in this meta is kind of dead because everyone can just get easy access to healing debuffs, and half the time you get healing debuffed anyway, just off random ignites or a random Morellonomicon. A dude going Bramble Vest just because fuck you. Yeah, I guess it did open up that Katarina build. It did open up a few things. I think Riot should... I really wish Riot had released those two bruiser items. The original Spear of Shojin and Atma's. I don't know what... Like, Riot is always so terrified. What was it called? Atma's Reckoning? 25 damage, 30 armor, 30 magic resist, and over 5 seconds you eventually got up to 2.5% maximum health attack damage.
Hashinshin is the best top in...
You know what I never got? It was never even like a particularly good item. That was the thing I never got. It was never a particularly good item. It was okay. 30 armor, 25 damage, 30 magic resist, and up to 2.5% of your health is damage. And they didn't add it to the game because they were like, oh, it's going to be so broken. But it was never a particularly good item. I don't get it. Like, every time I played it on the, what do you call it, Nexus Blitz, it always felt like, why would I go this item? Why would I go this item instead of the much, much superior options for tanks? And if I'm playing a bruiser, why wouldn't I go for the much superior bruiser options? It seemed like it was trying to slap a bunch of health, or sorry, slap some resistances and damage onto bruisers that were already healthy off other items. What they should have done is just released it anyway. They were like, yeah, we all know bruisers might be broken. Yeah, remember the original Spear of Shojin? That one they should definitely add. 60 damage, 10% CDR, 200 health. Reduces damage from champion attacks and abilities by 20 plus 10% bonus AD, capped at 70. While within range of 3 enemy units, triple the effect for 6 seconds, and the duration refreshes on takedowns. I think it was a much more balanced item. Blocked a lot of the wacky AoE that bruisers kind of get whittled by and plagued by in team fights. Focused its effect on team fighting as well. So it was like much weaker 1v1. So bruisers had an item that they could be like, I'm going to go that item into a team fight. They said, oh, it's too similar. It's too similar to, what did they say? Sterix Gauge. I was like, motherfucker. It's too similar to Sterix Gauge, but you got 3 attack speed crit items, all of which are jerking each other off. They should definitely, I think what they should do, they should bump the MR and the armor to 35 and just release this to live. Just do it right now. Just live. Doesn't even have a good build path. It's not like you could rush it and find an abuse case with it, you know? Worst it would do would allow you to do a Atma's Reckoning Sterix Gauge Scion build. Which is like, oh no. Not that. Like, I honestly can't think of a single champion who would be busted with this. At worst, honestly, at worst, I think it would go on an AD Scion build. A Renekton. Maybe Tank Olaf. I'm trying to think. Maybe like Black Cleaver. See, but here's the thing. Let's say you do Black Cleaver, Sterix Gauge, Atma's Reckoning, right? Let's say you do that, right? You're still ending up with a build that only has 20 CDR. That's basically just a shitload of HP. Then some minor resistances. And then just a shitload of damage. Doesn't really have any synergy. I mean, maybe Poppy because her QAD ratio went higher. Honestly, I wouldn't hate tanks as much if they could actually build an item like this, you know, like if Poppy actually built an item like this and could do damage, that would be different. You know, at the very least, they don't build full actual fucking tank, Thornmail, Sunfire, you know, Omen, just ramming down on you with percent health damage spam. Mundo? No. Honestly, if Mundo's gonna build a pure damage item, he would just go Wit's End. I can't really think of a reason to not go Wit's End on Mundo if he was going to build a no health, pure damage item. Can anyone else think of anything? Fuck it, why not Landry's Torment? Right? Yeah, I mean, when you had the original Spear of Shojin, I thought, like... See, this is what I don't like about Riot. They had ideas for bruiser items. They would have shored up a lot of bruiser itemization. And instead of doing it, they just didn't. They had an idea for 2 items to fill 2 needed slots on bruisers. Bruisers needed a 10% CDR item that didn't have any wacky synergy. Like, Death's Dance is this wacky synergy. Ghost Blade is a lethality item. How the hell is that item 2900? Well, it gives a lot of damage. There's a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. If you stack it up. Honestly, if you were to build a pure damage item on Mundo, can anyone think of any reason to not go Landry's Torment? Like if you were to slot a 1 item, right? If you were to slot a 1 item, you were like, I'm going to build 1 damage item. This is total damage, right? This is 10% total damage, right? Fuck it, ignore the AP. I'm just saying, from a damage perspective, okay? Like, don't even look at the AP. I'm just saying, ignoring the cost, ignoring everything else. If you are looking to maximize your damage output with 1 item, in fact, fuck it, I'm actually going to test it. Oh, I'm actually curious. I'm actually going to test it. Because I've actually thought about going Wit's End on Mundo before. Because I have huge damage on my E. It adds huge magic damage. A little bit of movement speed is always okay. And obviously, Mundo has good synergy with magic resist. Well, the thing is, I've never actually item capped on Mundo. There is 1 slot open on Mundo. You can open 1 slot. You have exactly 1 slot you can find. Actually, I shouldn't go Grasp the Undying. Although this might fuck up my testing. The thing is, if I go Grasp the Undying, it's going to stack up. Which is going to make my E deal more damage. Which is then going to make the Grasp deal more damage. Which is going to fuck up the results. So I'm going to have to go without Grasp the Undying. I don't know, Mundo also has 3 HP scaling abilities. No, he doesn't. He's got 1. Oh, well, I guess if you include his passive. Who gives a shit about his passive? Let's say I'm 14. Let's say I'm level 14. It changed to Grasp? Oh, for fuck's sake. My DPS is going really low for some reason. Oh, because the Q... Right. So 500 to 450. Okay. So then let's sell that. Let's try it with Landry's Torment. Oh wait, that's gonna get fucked up because this thing's got 10,000 HP, right? God damn it. Well, no, this is gonna be rigged because I've got Landry's Torment hitting for 1 billion damage. It does look like Landry's Torment was not doing very well, though. Yeah, it seems for the purposes of beating the shit out of somebody, Wit's End is blatantly the superior item. So it would come down to how you use them. Titanic Hydra's got the least DPS, but it's kind of burst oriented, isn't it? Wit's End does the most DPS, but well, I highly doubt you're going to be able to stand in front of people and auto attack them. Well, here's the thing about Leandri's Torment. You chuck it at someone, especially because it's gonna stack itself up before you get into combat, basically. The Wit's End is decent. It smooths your attacks. The only thing is double headbutting with Mundo is pretty common, where you charge an E, and then you kind of go. So in that situation, Wit's End is kind of adding less, you know? When you're chasing after an 80 carry and you press E, then you catch him and you're like... Loading up the Pepe. Oh, good God. Wait, aren't I in the Pepe? Wait, they got rid of Season 10 stuff? Oh, never mind.